Under the spreading chestnut tree. Oh, good morning, Catherine. You are not Sims. Hello. I will be a new advisor on the case. This has become far too important to leave the case to the advisor with an exposed identity. Sims as well, but no longer fit to work on Orwell. Moving forward, we will not speak about him again. As far as you and I are concerned, he never existed. With yesterday's so-called revelation about Orwell sympathizers, this terrorist group has taken to the streets. We need to show all of the nation, that should be a comma I think, Orwell is keeping them safe. We won't allow some fool to trample on everything we have achieved. We must get rid of the imposter pretending to be Abraham Goldfels, find out who did it, and where they are hiding. So Joseph Langley has been arrested for funding terrorist activities. House of exposed government employees vandalized. Oh, this is, Benjamin. Anti-Orwell protesters. Under lead of Prime Minister Blaine, negotiations about structured re-election with the opposition have resumed. So this is Catherine Delacroix. She is the Secretary of Security. I knew the name rang a bell. So we have a few emails flying around. From Gunther Aaron to Cassandra, Joseph, Juliet, and Harrison, and Nina. Most of them are arrested or dead. So good luck with that one. As you've experienced already, we are being besieged by the government. They have denounced us, called us terrorists, and turned the public against us. Yes, that's very true. So, it looks like they are meeting in the Cafe Chestnut at 4 PM. We can only upload 20 data chunks today. And we need to find... Excuse me. Why did that come up? Go away. We need to find where they are meeting, I believe. Okay. So it looks like Harrison has broken up with Marcia, however, whatever her name is pronounced. And he went to the Cafe Chestnut on Sunday evening. We have to read everything before we upload anything, because that's kind of important here. So the only other data points I have right now are for these. So I guess we're going to have to upload some of Harrison's data. So Catherine here wants us to prove that Harrison is impersonating Goldfels. Hey, looks like we have found Harrison in the Cyber Cafe website. He was a former admin. Okay, so he was employed there, interestingly enough. Ha 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 ha! Alright. So apparently they registered devices under the hosts Cyber Cafe Chestnut thing. I don't know if this is a legal requirement or if we've hacked into the system, but we now have his PC UID. So let's go break into his PC and check what email came in. So a session between Harrison and Juliet here, just talking about how Harrison exposed a government employee. Juliet's upset about that, but Harrison says now they have a following. That'll be a public outcry. Juliet thinks the tiny crowd do nothing. And then they're talking about Abraham, him suddenly being back, organizing a gathering. Juliet warning Harrison that he shouldn't hide anywhere that he's been in the last 24 hours. We know he's been to the cafe in the last 24 hours. And his phone is also lost. Interesting. According to this data chunk, Juliet is hiding somewhere where she hasn't been in the last 24 hours. We need to find her hideout. Should we mark that Harrison has lost his phone? Let's check his computer first, because we've only got 16 data chunks left. Alright, so looks like Benjamin, or Harrison looked up Benjamin. Kind of not hugely relevant, but we do have a phone ID. So we're definitely going to take that. A couple of life insurance things. Life Trust Family Plus. Because life insurance covers family members. We have an email address for Juliet. And a nickname of Dixon. This was in the personal folder. This email was about a year ago, but it's still evidence. Let's definitely upload these two pieces of information. That'll get us more stuff in the listener, probably. And just a cool little picture from Lily. I love you, Harrison. Or Hancock. Fair enough. Let's have a look at his phone here. Contacts-wise, we've got a number for Juliet. That's useful. Also got a number for Cassandra Watergate, who we haven't really investigated for a very long time, because, well, she's imprisoned right now, but still useful. Ah. Okay. So looking at the mails here, on Harrison's phone, we have evidence that he writes mail as Abraham. So it seems like he's definitely impersonating Abraham. So now we just need to find some locations of where they might be. So we have a few possible hideouts here, which have all been in the last 24 hours for Harrison. Okay. Gallery-wise, we have a few portraits. Let's not do any portraits, because that's really not helpful for us. We've only got 10 data chunks left. Again, that's just a portrait of Juliet. That's all the things that are in there, okay. Chat with somebody called Judy Hull. Nothing particularly of interest. Harrison lived with his mum. Probably not relevant for right now. Somebody called M-Babe. Again, nothing hugely of interest. A phone call from Victor Rosen to Juliet. So this is her boss, right, I think? So she's not at work, we know that. She was at the Rosen office the entire weekend, but wasn't ordered to do overtime hours. She has a mobile phone under her account, we've got a new mobile phone for her. And Juliet has basically kind of almost quit, really. I want you off as soon as possible. No. Alright, so we have a new phone for Juliet, that's going to be super useful. We're going to chuck that up on Juliet here. We've only got 9 data chunks remaining though, so things are getting a little bit tight. Juliet having a chat with our hacker guy. Learning that Initiate revealed, or helped to reveal the personal information on Sims, but we kind of knew that already. So apparently Initiate knows Abe, or Abraham, Goldfells. Kind of seems excited that he's back, or shocked maybe. It looks like it's going down 4 PM as a conference call, okay. Alright, so it looks like our good friend Dixon here, Juliet, is the girl who wrote A Night to Remember on the Thought, entry 7. So Juliet planned the Freedom Plaza protest, okay. That's what it seems like. Anything on Dixon herself? Not really. So another email from Abraham to the hacker this time. You stop trying to tear down walls instead of shifting to running through open doors. Here's where to find one with an IP address. Huh. I've been working on a plan that's not... It's going to be a waste of our 9 data chunks. Honestly. Let's have a look at Juliet's phone here. We got some tracking for her too. So we know that she is hiding somewhere where she has not stayed for the last 24 hours. So these aren't possible hideouts, right? Okay. We have a phone number for Gunther, Goldfells, whatever you want to call him these days. Might want to track that information down. Oh. Sorry, Catherine. Looks like Gunther also worked in Rosentech. Huh. Interesting. Are we wasting data chunks though? You're not supposed to follow Abraham. He is dead. Okay. Sorry. Who am I supposed to be finding right now? Find out who is impersonating Gunther. Right, add any possible hideout locations there. Well, okay. Harrison, pretty damn confident he is impersonating Gunther. Hideout locations. That's a possible hideout location. Yes, upload that. That's a possible hideout location. Yes, upload that. That's a possible hideout location. Upload that. That's a possible hideout location. Upload that. And that's a possible hideout location. Upload that. Go ahead, Catherine. You deal with it from this point forward. Jesus Christ, woman. Okay, let's have a look at Juliet's phone too. If we look at her map, is there any that match up? Just for interest, there is 22 Portobello Road. They've both been there. And 11 Stelligan Avenue, they've both been there. And 16 Penn, they've both been there. Huh. Interesting. And we've only got 2 data upload chunks. Let's just kind of use them, I suppose. I don't know if I did that right. I've uploaded as much data chunks as I can. It's now 4 PM. Getting intervention teams ready to check all the locations I've mentioned. Okay, now wait to see what. Are we being hacked again? I think we are. Oh, fantastic. I have no control of the system right now. We do have a big old phone call going on though. Juliet, Harrison, and Initiate. Everything kind of flashing. Oh, Cassandra's in jail. Joseph is somewhere. So Initiate apparently has joined the call but didn't mean to, but he's also in Orwell. Oh. Interesting. Yes, why would Abraham have such extensive knowledge of Orwell? That's kind of my question too. Says Abraham is dead, yeah. Maybe Sims is impersonating Abraham. I'm not convinced Harrison is impersonating. Well, there was an email sent from his phone. I don't know. What? Juliet's now saying that she told Nina to place these bombs? Whoa. Juliet. Thought needed to be destroyed, that was the whole point of its formation. And Abe worked on Orwell, so Orwell must have been the project. There was a project that Abraham was on at the Rowan Tech Company, or whatever it is. That must have been Orwell. So it looks like Sims was a man on the inside, and now they're talking about me. Initiate was just a windfall, a chance to make sure he didn't immediately go up against us. Investigator, I have a question for you. Now that you saw Orwell firsthand, do you really think that the system will help anyone? Did you think the government would not spy on you as well? Did you think you were outside the system? They evaluate even you. Abe knew that. He saw the madness. But we can stop it. You can. Remember, you became recruited from the outside of the system, outside of the nation. Why don't we show people what they store about you? That even you are not outside the system, and that no one is outside the system. All you need to do, investigator, is upload the data they have on you, incriminating yourself. If the investigator incriminates himself, they'll be forced to prosecute them and reveal this evidence that the investigators are actually being spied on as well, publicly. Initiate would like to offer an alternative. It happens that a certain Catherine Delacroix is in this file too. I say we make use of the fact we have control over Orwell. Let's use it as a weapon and turn it against the government. But hurting Delacroix won't help much. She's going to get replaced. Oh, I think Harrison just got caught. So it looks like Delacroix is now our target person. You'll have access to everything, you just need to find the UID of the device. I could not tell you here now that Orwell is tracking data chunks. I have full understanding if you judge and incriminate me for what I have done. I think I deserve it. It's up to you now, investigator, to do the right thing. Huh. Okay, so it looks like we have a couple of options. We have an unknown person PC, and we have initiates PC. Let's have a look at unknown person. Okay, this must be... yeah, this is Catherine's PC. See, advanced as Orwell might be, it won't gather much from a switched off PC. Goodbye, investigator. Soon you might find yourself in a position where you are wishing you had listened to my warnings. Okay, so Catherine has turned herself off. Themba. Themba is our person here, our hacker. Information on the reader as well. Let's go have a quick look. Oh, Harrison was investigated or arrested. So it looks like we have a name for initiate, whatever. So let's get that. I mean, this is the only data I can grab right now. We know he was an intern at Rosen Tech. He worked for in-house security. So he might have had access to the project as well. Looks like we have a portrait for initiate as well. So it looks like Goldfell's intended thought to commit bombings. That's... it's highlighted yellow though, but it's not a clash with anything. But it's certainly information that we can possibly use. Oh. Okay. That was the final piece of evidence we needed to completely investigate thought and incriminate them all. Juliet was arrested. That's my investigator wanted for arrest. Crap! I'm gonna go lock the doors. Am I... I'm investigating me. Okay. I have investigated me successfully. Huh. So that was Orwell. It wasn't what I was expecting it to be at all. See, what I was expecting was a bit more of a puzzle game. And you had to unravel a mystery. I mean, we were unraveling mysteries a little bit. There was a story that was unfolding. I wish we had more control over things. Like that very last bit of data that I uploaded and completely ended the game. I didn't know it was going to do that. And it was kind of a little bit anticlimactic there. The story and the premise is certainly very interesting. And it's definitely something that is quite possibly happening now to everybody, which touches a nerve and makes you think a little bit. I enjoyed it as a game. I did. The art style was fantastic. I loved the pictures and such like that. I wish it was a bit more puzzly. I wish there was more, like, of the uploading data chunks. You only had 20 data chunks you can upload. More of that kind of stuff. Finding the relevant information. Having marks against you if you upload the wrong information. Things like that. And I wish it was always a little bit more clear about, if you upload this piece of information, this is what's going to happen. Like, I kind of wish maybe there was an intermittent step where you uploaded the data chunks to a notepad of some description, and then you could sort through them and look at them all and piece together what you wanted to upload to Orwell, and have the actual government, the police, etc. act upon. Because the way it was really, it was a lot of scroll through the text, find the blue thing, drag it in, see what happens. Which wasn't necessarily bad, but I believe it could have been something, just that little next step up, you know? I mean, like I said, the story was fantastic, the gameplay was interesting enough, the art style was fantastic, and definitely the touch of reality was also interesting. But yeah. That was Orwell. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I shall see you in whatever video series we do next.